My wife is constantly mocking me for how lightly done I like my toast. Your hot bread is done, she says to me. Disgusting. I don't say that. Hot would imply it's been in the toaster for more than 15 seconds. Lol. Your lightly warmed bread is done. I tell you. One of these days I'm not even gonna put it in the toaster. Just gonna breathe real hard on the bread for a minute. And you'll be like, wow, this is perfectly done. Thank you so much for warming up my bread for me, honey. I'm so glad we are married. I love you. I say to you every time your mean little s makes toast for me. As you die, you wake up in a fiery place. You quickly realize you're in hell. You ask the next demon why you are there, as you lived a very good life. You're not being punished, he says. You are the punishment. You honk in joy. It's a lovely morning in hell, and you are a horrible goose. My sister has apparently had to stop playing Skyrim because she stole every book in the game to stock her house. So now her house is full of books to the point where it almost breaks the game, and every time she tries to read, one guards teleport into her home and arrest her. Ray Bradbury, Fahrenheit 451, 1953. I want to make you feel like a humid southern night where the Spanish moss drips from the trees like lace and honeysuckle buds perfume the air. Sticky, glistening skin, sultry and forever, and 50 dozen mosquitoes are sucking your body dry, and cicadas scream so loud you can never sleep, and watch where your honeysuckle s steps, or you'll plant your foot on a pissed off copperhead. One person is from the south. One person isn't. Guess which? I want to make you feel like a humid southern night is a threat. You're an art model. Does that mean you're naked? Yeah. Whoa, those lucky artists. Buddy, I don't know who started the idea that life drawing classes have anything sexy going on. Like, there's at least 10 people in the room, and we are all tired and covered in charcoal. The dude in front, who's staring at my boobs, has been trying to get the shading right for 10 minutes. He's almost out of paint. He is crying. The Egyptian Mau is probably the oldest breed of cat. In fact, the breed is so ancient that its name is the Egyptian word for cat. Did they name it Mau because that's the sound cats make? Now I'm just imagining a very early Egyptian encountering a wild cat for the first time. Human. What the F are you? Cat. Mau. Human. Oh, okay then. Didn't realize Egyptians were Pokemon professors. Till Albert Einstein was a fan of the children's puppet show. Time for Benny. On one occasion, the physicist interrupted a high-level conference by announcing, "You will have to excuse me, gentlemen. It's time for Benny." Benny. This is the one, guys. This is the suit I'm going to get divorced in. A cartoon by Will McPhail. Good for her. F society, F capitalism. I'm gonna go full feral and live in the woods. People on Tumblr love talking about how they want to go feral and live in the woods. And let me say firsthand that none of y'all have the skill it takes to lone wolf it out in the wilderness for even a single day. Stop appropriating werewolf culture and get an office job. Oh, you think I plan to survive? You think I'm gonna try and drink river water and eat squirrels out there? F you. I'm gonna rub dirt on my face and immediately die. Humans have never lived fully underground or in completely enclosed societies at any point in human history, in part because we need a decent circadian rhythm from the sun and to see plants and breathe fresh air, but also because humans hallucinate and lose their minds if they are enclosed in something with structural insecurities, like we are legit predisposed to go psycho. So hear me out. Story plot. Everything is going fine with a 15-year space mission. Everyone's in good spirits, there's plenty of food and resources, everything's functioning normally. Then one by one everyone just loses their minds. You just described my entire week. Is this why Cowboy Bebop had a bonsai garden on our ship? The sanity room. It absolutely is why Cowboy Bebop has a bonsai garden on their ship. It's also why we want people on space missions to grow their own food. Even if we are aiming for the ability to cellularly grow meat, like a 3D printed ready to eat steak that never was a cow, we still want to use the tried and true method of growing our own plants. Not just because hey, free oxygen, or oh, cute friend plant companions, but because humans become extremely distressed if we can't see or interact with plants, and we become depressed and lethargic. Even just looking at a plant, even a fake plant, reduces stress levels in humans. We don't even do well in daily work conditions that don't involve plants. We are like little geckos in a jar with food and water. We need some sticks and leaves, or we'll lose the will to do gecko stuff. This just in. Humans are geckos. A jar of beetroot has leaked in our fridge, and it looks like a Kubrick movie. It took me a full minute to realize that's actually the inside of a refrigerator and not a super sci-fi looking minimalist kitchen. Whose refrigerator is this clean? Sweating. The F do you mean beetroot is real? Ah, the Tumblr experience. Memes. Lack of reading comprehension. Depression. Insanity. I told this girl I liked the perfume she was wearing, and she legit got it out of her bag and sprayed it on me, like, here girl, smell sexy with me too. She was so cute. I hope she has a good life. Pure. When you're having an emotional breakdown, but still wanna be punk about it. My favorite part of Drunk Shakespeare is the absolute fucking confusion in the audience when I produce a full-sized sword out of my cleavage. Wait, I need more info on that. God, okay, so I'm still tipsy from tonight's show. Forgive me. I've been involved in a production of Drunk Romeo and Juliet. Essentially, it's 6 people performing Romeo and Juliet while drinking. We start the show doing pretty okay, but get completely trashed during the course of the performance. We forget lines, we ad-lib, we throw in terrible puns. The audience loves it. I play Juliet, and during the scene where Friar Lawrence gives Juliet the potion, Juliet pulls out a dagger and threatens to kill herself. What we have instead of a dagger is a 2-foot long foam sword, which I keep down my cleavage because the combination of my titties and my gown hides it pretty well. It always kills, because the audience cannot figure out how in the ever-loving F I managed to hide it for the whole show before drawing it out of my boobs. It's great. Romeo and Juliet. What does he have to say? Let him speak. Breaking news. Local residents' commentary on the situation. Book. Lil Nas X is the only valid celebrity because he got rich and immediately started dressing like a fucking George Overlane. Life imitates art. I was looking through medieval drawings of demons the other day, and I found the demons that make you gay. Why do mosquitoes have to leave itchy bites? Can't they just drink blood without ruining my day? Like I have a lot of blood, you can have some. This is just excessive. In 2001, my parents bet me that if I did not drink, smoke, or do drugs by 21, they would give me $1,500. Here I am, on my 21st birthday, holding the contract I signed when I was 8. Damn, I can lie to my parents too, but I ain't make $1,500 for it. Game. Has any kind of elemental based fighting system. Me. Apply Pokemon logic. To be fair, Pokemon element logic is rooted in normal logic. Yeah, everyone knows a wrestler's biggest weakness is the local pigeons. Go outside and try to suplex a bird. Tell me how bug resists fighting. Go outside and try to suplex a bug. The 2-year-old is now a solid 2.5. Just now, he was sitting on the couch, playing with his pretend flip phone, and he frowned and said, "For God's sake, my battery is empty." The other day at breakfast I asked him if he was going to eat any more of his oatmeal, and he said no, I think I'm just gonna move on with my life. Today we were walking along, and he asked me, how many Octobers is it today? I told him it was the 21st. He tried a bite of his hot soup at dinner and made a face and said, "Mama, my soup is a little too temperature for me." Upon being served 1% milk for the first time instead of his regular 2%. Is this water? Me. No, it's milk. Kid, but are you sure? Came up to me the other day, the middle of his pants totally soaked, and said, "Mama, I'm having a situation called I peed in my pants." My classical archaeology professor is mid-50s standard serious professor, but when he uses sample years he'll use like 420 BC absolutely straight-faced and serious, and nobody knows if they're allowed to laugh or not. Professor. So I've noticed a mistake you all make when writing years, and I just want to clear this up. When you write a year in BC, the BC comes after the year, like this. Professor. Writes 420 BC in large letters on the chalkboard. Full lecture hall. Quiet scattered laughter. Professor. Completely serious. I'm sorry, is there a problem? Lecture hall. Professor. Good. Now, AD means Anno Domini, or in the year of our Lord, and comes before the year, like this. Professor. Writes AD 1969 on the chalkboard. Flower shop AU. Person A owns a flower shop, and person B comes storming in one day, slaps $20 the counter, and says, "How do I passive aggressively say F you in flower? Oh my fking god. My time has come. So you'd need a bouquet of geraniums, stupidity, foxglove, insincerity, meadowsweet, uselessness, yellow carnations. You have disappointed me, and orange lilies, hatred. It would be quite striking, and full of loathing." Always reblog the bog hogs. Source, TripAdvisor. They are the trip advisors, and they will lead you safely through the bog. Nice. Sterile atmosphere. Hypnotically Caucasian. The chocolate milk is strikingly overpriced, and at the same time very easy to steal. Another of God's little tests. Is this a Whole Foods review? My dad was saying how he thinks that at every birthday after 18 more and more things should become legal. So by the time you're like 60, you finally get your meth and arson license. If you make it to 100, instead of getting a card or whatever it is from the Queen, you get to commit treason. Your dad is a fucking innovator. When people are electrocuted and thrown far distances, it is a result of sudden and violent muscle contraction, and not the result of the shock. This has raised questions as to the actual strength and capabilities of the muscles in the human body. Are you telling me we are capable of eating ourselves when under extreme stress? You are a character of Blue's Clues, situated and addressed to as a part of the fourth wall. On occasion you are classified as the voiced several children. Steve and Joe among other characters talk to you throughout most episodes through the screen, the fourth wall. You are the viewers and the utmost important character of Blue's Clues. Appearances. You have appeared in every episode, although not credited as an official character. Although having not officially been credited, you are a true character as per taking part within the show itself. If you ever feel unimportant, just read this page on the Blue's Clues wiki.